Welcome back. Today we are looking at the stout I recently brewed. We've got CO2 version here. This is still low carb CO2. It's not like it's 2.8 volumes or 2.4 volumes. It's probably more around the sort of 1.8 to 2. Also got it served on Nitro here. This is the 70% nitrogen, 30% CO2 blend. Get that from Speed Gas if you're in Australia. Any of your steel suppliers, that sort of thing, also can probably get it. So just start off with some stats for this beer. This is a dark ale kind of stout, more towards a stout in terms of the grist. It's 1042 down to 1007, so it's around 4.6%. Got a bit of the Voyager Schooner malt, obviously from roasted barley. I chucked in some Gladfield light crystal and some Gladfield light chocolate, and some rolled wheat. So this is not intended to be a dry Irish stout. It did come out somewhat dry down at the 1007, but had a bit of a charge of East Kent Goldings, decent charge of that, got it up to about 35-36 RBU. And I went with a pretty soft water profile, just aiming for something pretty balanced. And obviously with the dark malt, so we only actually used, I think it was about 1 mil in the 46 litres that we got out of the brew house. I did no chill this one, since it's got no late hops, that sort of thing. It's nice and easy, quick brew day. Now, I have been drinking the Nitro version for a little while, and you can see that head's nice. That's sticking around. The Nitro's been probably the last sort of week and a half, 2 weeks. I have been enjoying it a little bit. I haven't tried the CO2 version. This is the first pour from the keg, so it's been in the keg the same amount of time. It's the same batch, brewed on the same day, fermented in the same fermenter with the same yeast, which was Cali, Cellar Science Cali. And here we are with the beer in 2 different kegs, served from 2 different taps on 2 different gases. So clarity, a bit hard to tell. There is a nice little ring of ruby color at the bottom of the glass when you hold it up to the sun. The aroma, definitely getting more aroma off the CO2 version. Very similar in what I'm getting. As I said, I've been enjoying the Nitro one for a little while, so I know that one pretty well. It's you're getting a bit of that roast in the nose there. Look, not too much else. There's not really much in the way of hops. It's mostly just a sort of malty aroma, a bit of the yeast. This one hasn't had any findings or anything like that, so we'll give it a go. Definitely on the CO2, it definitely accentuates the drier finish. It's a little bit thin-bodied, I think, for what you expect when you taste it. Give it another taste. Yeah, carbonation really brings out, I guess, the brightness in the roast and the brightness in the dark malts. It's not actually as smooth and malty. You don't really get much of that Voyager come through, or much of the crystal really at all. It was only a small amount of crystal. Let's give the Nitro version a go. Look, that is much softer, much more rounded. You actually do get a little bit of that chocolate, light chocolate malt come through. Less of the astringency from the roast, much smoother drinking experience there. For this particular recipe, hands down, so glad to have the Nitro set up. It's this one's just a little bit This one's just a little bit too dry and astringent to enjoy in the same way that I am this one. I think if I was to brew this again, this is a recipe I've not brewed before, just kind of threw it together with a bit of what I had, hence the rolled wheat. I've never had the opportunity to try 2 beers side by side, same batch, same beer, one nitro, one CO2. It's actually quite interesting. There's a bit of a dryness on the tongue that you get with this one, the CO2 version. I think it sort of talks to the water profile a little bit. I find a lot of the hoppier beers, and the pH as well. I didn't check the beer pH on this before I kegged it. You can adjust to help with the flavour profile and brighten it up a little bit if you lower the pH. In terms of the process, I did ferment this under pressure. I set the spunning valve to 2 psi. That is ridiculously low for setting the spunning valve. That's just so I could do the pressurized transfer, and just wanted to make sure there's a little bit of carbonation. Just wanted to make sure there was a little bit of carbonation in there beforehand, because I wasn't putting this on nitro straight away. I had to wait for that cylinder to come in. Now, with the nitrogen, having the nitrogen hooked up, I've got it on about 28 psi. It's 70-30 mix. So we're probably getting to the stage now with how much I've drunk that we're actually removing some of that 2 psi that I put in earlier before having the cylinder. So it'll actually drop it down a bit to the equilibrium pressure based on the nitrogen CO2 mix. Anyway, that's it for me. Cheers for watching. If you've got any questions about the CO2 nitrogen comparison, things that I haven't talked about because I've been talking for ages and I probably edited most of it out, just let me know. Leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So yeah, if you like what you see, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Give the video a like, hit the subscribe button, make sure you subscribe, follow along. Cheers, have a good one.